¿Por qué eres así, Ricky? Sí. ¡Wow! Apenas es miércoles y ya quieres que todos se chiflen con las polquitas y... Ricky Guzman III, ladies and gentlemen, aquí con nosotros. Y tenemos a Ricky Guzman IV también, óyeme. Cállate la boca, shut up. Son 4.
Puro Astros in the house.
Astros. Y pues Ricky Guzman III es el hijo de Ricardo Guzmán Jr. And Ricky IV es el grandson de Ricardo Guzmán Jr. Que en paz descanse, bro.
Yeah, man.
Tu jefito, carnal.
Yes.
I met him like 30 years ago, 35 years ago.
Back in the day, bro.
I started in radio in 1988.
Yeah.
And I remember your dad coming to the radio station with some music.
Yeah.
Lo tenían pues era CD back then.
Back then it was CDs.
Todavía habían discos también.
Yeah.
I mean, we had records.
Yeah.
But they were already moving. Y cuando no era un CD, la disquera mandaba una cinta. Era una cinta.
Y ahora ya no quedó nada de eso.
Yeah, dude. Isn't it great, man? You grew up around all that stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that what I actually grew up with, that I got to encounter, las cintas, the 8-tracks, tapes, CDs. Ahora ya none of that rock it exists, man.
It's all digital.
It's all digital. But
do you know that records outsold CDs?
Yes.
Like now people are buying more albums than CDs.
Yeah.
Honestly, the CDs, like sometimes me traen un CD, pues qué voy a hacer con el CD, carnal. I mean, y yo tengo un 5 CD disc changer en el pinche souped up 2009 Sentra que tengo con Lamborghini doors.
It's not a Sentra, it's a Versa.
Es una Versa chingada. Siempre la cago con ese pedo. It's a Versa.
Hey, Rock, honestly, man, thank you so much for having me here on PVT Live. It's been something that I've been thinking for the past couple of weeks, like, man, what am I going to say on there? I know I was with Bumper, a couple weeks ago. Saludos a él también.
Un saludito, Bumper.
And so, I was more nervous with you, bro, because you're rock, bro. You're like, and it's like, it's cool. But saludos a mi Bumper, a todo that or whatever. But it's an honor to be here with you guys, and thank you very much for the invitation, man.
It's weird, right? Because were you here, Chaz, when Stephanie Montiel came in, when she came down with her husband Gabe?
I don't think so. No.
Well, you know Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had met briefly in the 90s and stuff like that, but we hadn't kept in touch or anything like that. And she showed up and she was quiet and her eyes were like this big and she was sitting there and, and she was like kind of nervous, and by the end of the night, no, hombre, we were like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people and I said that they were telling her, you got to watch out with him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the impression that people, I guess, have of you.
Oh my goodness!
But it's crazy, bro, because like
se asustan one time.
Yes, and it's crazy because I've seen you, I've encountered you before, plenty of times, and like just. You're rock, bro. Like, and it's not because I'm here with you, whatever, but it's just you're intimidating in a good way, because you've paved a very great road for us.
Dile mi ruca eso, carnal.
No va a entender. Muy a huevo entiende la mía que va a entender.
Con ella quiero ser intimidating y no puedo, carnal.
No, I'm the intimidating one.
That's good. Hell yeah.
That's good. The buck stops there.
Ahí mi ruca también van a comenzar las Mujeres Unidas.
No, hombre, qué bárbaro.
Yeah, bro. But that's what it is. Honestly, you've paved a long way for us in the music industry. Our culture también. The way we talk and stuff.
Sí.
So, with that being said, it's I was very excited for when my wife told me that we had an interview with you. Ya ver no llegaba, carnal.
Oye, con Bumper no tenías nervios, carnal.
Hey, bro. You know what? Yes, and more because we got there like 30 minutes late, bro. And I had to set up the
Pero
accordion.
no hay pedo. Ahí te está esperando Bumper con half a bottle of tequila que ya se acabó.
We got crunk. Deja tú, let me tell you, man. So, I mean, we had the kids, of course. Ricky's here with us and stuff like that. So we were out there. We did the show real quick, and that one was live as far as, you know, us doing everything right there and then, right? With drinking and all that. But hey, calmao, bro, because I got to drive back, you know, and I had to work in the morning. So I just had one or two, and then I sobered up. You know, I didn't get messed up tampoco para los haters que andan pensando que estábamos ahí, you know. Pero I drank some water and I started feeling pretty good. So we took off, bro. By the time you knew it, Rock, it was already like we finished. Must have been like at 10 at night. We finished. It was like by the time we finished talking, it was like 2 a.m. I still had to drive back home. Me paré en Falfurrias a dormir como 3 or 4 times. Like, I couldn't, I couldn't drive, man. Damn. So llegué al jale bien tarde, but como quiera I made it, and it was a good experience.
But you've never been a really, like, even your dad, like you all are great musicians on stage and everything, but never the boisterous type or anything like that. A little medio callados, no.
Well, I don't know.
Is he? I'll ask your wife. Is callado or no es callado?
No. Yeah, my dad was que en paz descanse mi jefito, was more the quiet type. I'm more reserved, like when it comes to like making conversation, but then once I go up on stage, like everything changes.
Yeah,
like,
you're an introvert, actually.
Introvert, yeah.
Como Chaz.
No. They're people think that entertainers, all of them are extroverts, and that's not the case.
No.
A lot of them are introverts, but on stage, that's a totally different issue, and people confuse the two. It's very easy to do that.
Yeah. But you know, the thing is that for me, it's you feel the energy come in, like it just clicks right away.
Yeah,
I can be very serious, and de repente, you know, or I'll have a headache. Yeah, once we're about to go up on stage, se me quita todo. I don't know what it is, but that, you know, that type of person.
Son los nervios en vez. ¿Te pegan nervios con ese jale?
No, hombre, ya no.
Ya tienes la canción, la música bien quemada, bro.
Por dentro, como dices.
Sí, man. Because I've seen you. I remember the last time that I was surprised seeing you. I was watching Bobby Pulido perform in Las Vegas, and you were playing guitar. And I was like,
bro,
is that Ricky?
Yes.
Ricky's playing guitar with Bobby Pulido, man.
That actually, that video, I mean, having so many views, it actually has a funny story behind it. I don't know if we have time or not, but
yes, of course.
We barely started.
El Joe Rogan no trae nada, carnal. Hace 3 horas, 4 horas aquí,
but mi
carnal.
ruca se va a enojar because it has something to do with her.
Say it.
Don't worry, we have her tied down over here.
Oye, tal Chaz así como, what's going on? Hey, by the way, he looks like Cruz Rodriguez from Highway 281, no?
Sí, no, hombre. Ya lo desgraciaste, bro. Jeez.
Is that a handsome guy?
Hey, Chaz, I was going to ask you if you're nah, I'm joking, Dad. I just wanted to say that, just playing around, but...
I don't have to Google that.
Bro.
What's his name? What was it?
Chaz.
Yo no lo conozco tampoco. They just
Chaz, go home and kill yourself. All right?
Oh my God. That's always the worst when someone says, hey, you know, you look like an actor, and then they say like, exactly like Danny Trejo.
El más feo de todos, chica.
But not he has better facial
So
He
we're
looks like Danny Trejo with Botox.
but with worse acne.
Can we say that?
But with bigger moon craters.
Oh my God.
By the way, I'm just joking, Chaz. It's just
Feo el vato de Amade. Entonces, so what happened?
So we're out there. I believe we were gonna go and help out another band that we were there to. We flew from the valley. Anyways, long story short. So Jimmy, the manager, Bobby's
Jimmy
Montes calls me. He's like, Rick, Bob, you know, found out you're gonna go over there. He wants to know if you can record the guitar tracks and live, whatever. I was like, yeah. So I told Crystal, my wife, but she was already on the way over there with us, and she's like, man, that's gonna be awesome. And you know, de volá comienza que agarrar tickets y backstage pass y todo. You know, so I was like, yeah, you know, we'll get them, whatever. So yeah, habíamos planeado todo. She bought something to wear, and we were excited, man, because pues, we were gonna do the show.
Las Vegas?
So, yeah, Las Vegas.
And a big show with Bobby?
It was amazing, bro. So we get there, we do sound check, you know, los bolillos ahí, you know, getting everything ready for you, prepared. So she's there, we're drinking a couple beers, whatever, and then we finish sound check, and they're like, be here by like 9:30 p.m. because y'all go up like around 11:30. We gotta fix everything. Está bueno. Pues ya comenzamos. Let's go walk the strip for a little bit and see what happens. So nos vamos, you know. Y comienza, le digo, hey, no te vas a empedar, because if not, something's going to go wrong. You're not going to end up
Empedar
going-
means drunk in the Rio
Drunk
Grande
in the
Valley.
Rio Grande Valley.
No te vas a empedar.
So, hey, she calls back home. Guess what? I'm going to be with Ricky in the DVD live that Bobby's recording in Vegas. Bien excited, de madre, you know? So, the time comes. Faltan como 2 more hours. She tells me, babe, you know what? I'm going to go upstairs to take a little nap. Wake me up. Ya cuando falte about 45 minutes, when it's right time to go, wake me up and we'll take off. Le dije, no te duermas, no te vas a levantar. No, I promise. So, está bueno. Go take a little nap. Oye, pues, she goes and takes a nap. La go tuck into bed y todo. I'll be back in 30 minutes. I go downstairs. I'm pushing on the machines, trying to win some money, whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, faltan 45 minutes to showtime, so let me go take a shower. So llegó al cuarto y ahí está, bien tirada de patas, whatever. Hey, get up. Let's go. We got to go. And I know, mind you, she takes about an hour to get ready. So, nada. She didn't want to wake up. Yo me bañé. And I got to the point where like, hey, you know what? You're not going to wake up. I got to take off. So, yo le pongo, we record the whole DVD, la chingada, right? And pues ni pensé nada. So then, when I get back to the room, she's waking up. She's like, babe, it's time to go. Yeah, let's go. I got to go see the show. Man, dog, you already missed the whole show. It's done and over with. So she missed out. So every time I see that on YouTube, I'm like, that's más o menos the minutes where she was still asleep. Estaba bien dormida, no se pudo levantar.
Pero no era el alcohol, era el jet lag. Era el jet lag de las 2 horas.
The 2 hours. That's what it was. So she unfortunately missed the show.
Man, that's terrible.
Yeah, luckily it was
a highlight in your. She's over there going, oh my god.
Yeah, it was all good though.
No, but I was watching it and I was like, hey, that's Ricky, man. I was like, that was really cool, man. How did that happen? Bobby gave you a call or what? I mean, because you're not part of his band regularly, are you?
In 2007, I played with him for like 2.5 years full time. And then after that, he would just frequently ask me if I would help him out because he's got his Mexican band, right?
Sí.
And then when he comes to the States, pues he just pretty much gets guys to, do the little tour that he's going to do, whatever. At the time, right? So a veces le ayudaba, a veces no podía. But at that moment, he found out that I was going to be performing with another band over there, helping them out. So he asked if I could help him out that day, and I said, yeah, está bueno. So we hooked up and we did sound check and voila.
And how long ago was that?
That was 2000, babe. That's about 3. No, ya tiene
Was it
rato.
after COVID?
Oh,
Or before?
Was it after COVID? COVID? No me acuerdo.
I didn't see exactly when it was uploaded on YouTube.
It was a couple years ago. I think it was after COVID, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
It's incredible that Bobby's calling it a day,
Man, it's
30
crazy.
years.
Yeah, but I mean.
And Elida también.
Yeah.
I talked with Elida last night, and we have a clip of that we'll be showing you all in just a little bit, but it's just interesting, man. 30 years is a long time, and he's done a lot, and he's from Edinburgh just like you are, right?
Yeah,
You're originally from Edinburgh?
Yeah, originally born and raised from Edinburgh, and the thing with Bobby is that he doesn't forget where he comes from, especially him being one of those, how big Bobby is. He does not forget where he comes from, and also like he's proud of the people that are from the same city that he's from. Like we would be in Acapulco playing, and like you could tell he would be like, hey, aquí les presento mi guitarrista, and like from my hometown, like he lo presentaba con orgullo, and that's pretty cool, man, because not everybody's like that as far as like recognizing individuals and stuff like that. And he's really cool. Bobby's awesome.
So you've been surrounded by this type of music, Conjunto, since you were born, right?
Yeah.
Dude? I mean, your dad. When did your dad start performing?
My dad started with my grandfather's Conjunto.
So esto viene desde tu abuelo,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Wow.
My grandfather is one of the first pioneers here in the Valley. One of the first accordion players to arrive in the Valley. My grandpa was born in Etna, Texas.
By Victoria?
Victoria, yeah. Pero pues really origin from here, from the Valley. But como se iban a trabajar a las pizcas,
Sí.
I guess he was born over there, and then ya se movieron. They came back over here. But then after that, him and his dad began playing, the talón, the guitar, the accordion and stuff. And then, pues, yeah, eventually my grandpa had my dad, and then they started the Conjunto. But my grandfather was really one of the first pioneers in the valley, también, the Rubén Vela era and stuff
And
like
you
that.
think of those days, you know, like my grandparents, my grandma was born in Ronge.
Ronge?
Yeah, Ronge. And el drummer I freaked out because I think I had Juan P. Moreno here, and he mentioned that the drummer from Los Chamacos, right? Was from, he's living in Ronge. And I was like,
Rock, where's Ronge at?
it's by Kennedy. It's
Okay.
Runge or Runge.
Oh, Runge.
But they call it Ronge.
Okay,
yeah, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Mathis, Masas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have our own way
Yeah.
of saying,
Yeah,
you know, Robestan.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Ronge,
So
yeah.
Ronge, it's by Kennedy. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's in Kennedy in that area.
I've seen the sign. So
That's where my
yeah.
roots are with my grandmother.
Really?
You know, and but you know, they'd all go up, and then my grandmother's brother played accordion, and así se la pasaban, bro.
Sí. Yeah.
You know, porque pues después de las piscas todo el día se juntaban ahí en donde estaban las casas or el campo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they turn on a pit or something or put up a fire, and then they just start.
Y a
That was
tocar.
that was
That's
their
what it was.
entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we think of it as simpler times, but they weren't really. They were harder times.
Yeah.
But they made it simple by, you know, doing whatever they could and accepting whatever they had.
Yeah, that's.
You know?
I guess that's where we get our For as far as me, I know that my grandfather would always tell me stories as far as what they would go through back in the day, and I think that's what kept me a little bit humble as far as explaining to everybody how our culture goes when it comes to conjunto music. Because not a lot of musicians do that. You know, they don't really emphasize on where they come from or how did they actually learn how to play the accordion. I learned the accordion not too long ago. You know, yeah, of course, maybe like 15, 20 years ago. But to me, that's nothing because I've been in the business for a little bit longer than that, right? Pero my grandfather is one of those old school cats where like he taught me, I think, what I know in a good way, humbly, and I'm proud of that, man, because it's beautiful times back in the day. You know, that's what it pretty much boils
And
down
so when your dad and you were born in what year?
85.
85?
85.
Oye, estás chavalo todavía.
No, hombre,
carnal.
bueno, fuera, ya, chinga.
Chingate, apenas le vas a pegar los 40, carnal.
Yeah, 39. I'm
Sí.
39. Yeah.
¿Cuándo es tu birthday?
September 19.
No, vete al
1985.
fuito todavía, carnal.
I mean, ahí va. Pero, you know, honestly, the road and being out there, you know, playing every weekend, it makes you look. I feel older, you know.
Las mías.
Las mías, bro.
Y la fast food y
That's
todo
fast
eso.
food and las mañas, you know,
Yeah.
back in the day, you know, the drinking.
¿Tú le pescaste a la peda chingos o no?
Yeah.
Pisto y vironga y todo, all the other extracurricular shit too?
Yeah.
Sí, ¿Ya te calmaste o qué?
Yeah, pues I don't know if you know, but I'm actually a certified peace officer. I work as a
¿sí?
police officer, here in the valley.
Órale.
My wife is too, pero es la que put her foot down, you know what I mean? And
Pues qué bueno.
we've been doing good, man. Gracias a Dios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is it? Do you still have a beer or two, or do you drink a lot now still, or
No, actually, I want to say a couple months ago I dejé like good because it got, you know. So once my dad passed away, you know, things started changing. And then not too long ago, last year, I lost my brother-in-law, which is my drummer Juanito.
So when your dad passed away, things started changing in what way? What were you?
You know, as far as the heavy drinking,
Okay.
you know, the problems
Was it part of the grieving, you think?
I say so, but in a way, también I think it's more like get addicted to it, no? And
Sí.
so when it comes into play, as far as it, you know, getting in the way of you trying to grieve and whatever, and I think you want to use it as an excuse. I think I'm confused still.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm still trying to figure out what happened, and you know, I got to a certain point in my life where it was just I ran into some trouble. Yeah, and the problem is that
Legal trouble or no más?
No, not legal. Gracias a Dios, I'm good, bro. Pero
¿Quedaste
as
más
far as-
tocada o algo?
No, pues nomás el vicio, you know, the pisteando y todo. And the problem is when you have other people wanting for you to, you know, que te quieren agarrar para abajo, you know what I mean? Pues
Yeah.
it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
You know? It's who you hang out with, and you prefer your camaradas over your family. You know what I mean?
Sí.
Pues it's just that, like,
It's a sense of selfishness.
you know, yeah,
That's what it is.
And hey, mo quedan hasta las 5 o 6 de la mañana pisteando con sus camaradas. And if my kids have a game in the morning, me vale madre. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's because Ricky's here, but he knows what we've gone through.
So you missed some, you missed some games.
Oh
and
yeah,
did some,
and pues
I've been there, done that, bro.
Yeah,
and been there, done that, but it's good that you put it together, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a perfect time, right before you hit 40. That's what happened with me. 38, 39, and then 40, I was done. I mean, that was it, and. There was a lot of damage I left behind.
Yeah.
But I was able to recuperate
Right.
and make up all the damage that I did with the people that I did it with.
Right.
So, it's always good. And the thing is you have your son and you have your wife and you're still, everything's intact. And, now you can just start living life and learn and start putting the music together because that's what you were meant to be, man.
Yeah.
A musician, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in your blood. It's in your DNA.
I took off. I had to leave for a while to go work in the oil field, and when I got back, well, I mean, pretty much me hacía mucha falta mi jefito, because he was like my backbone.
Left a void in you, in your
gotcha,
life.
right? And then my brother-in-law, which is another backbone of ours in the band, Juanito, our drummer, he was with us for many years. He passes away unexpectedly. So, everything just as far as music-wise, just, faded away from me. And then, little by little, I ended up wanting to play here and there or whatever, but it was not sufficient for me. And on top of that, we didn't sound the same. It was very different. I tried getting...
You had to step into your dad's shoes.
Yeah. And so, and at the end of the day, he's the one that, steps in, filling my dad's shoes because...
The fourth?
Pues con el bajo. Dad played the bajo sexto, and I've always played the accordion and sang. So, pues he's the one that steps us up porque my jefito es el que me hace falta, on the bajo. And pues Ricky's only 15, man, and he plays already lo que somebody that's been playing for 10, 15 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Se saca la daga. And
He's got your dad's spirit.
Oh,
in
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Wow.
And I'm very blessed for that. So.
Man, that's amazing. ¿Te gusta tocar el bajo sexto?
Yes, sir.
Es todo. The fourth, Ricky Guzman IV, ladies and gentlemen, aquí con nosotros.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how, it's like Rubén Naranjo's grandson, I mean, he plays just like his grandfather,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how the offspring of the offspring end up becoming like the second, coming of their grandfather,
Right.
dude, musically. Yeah. And it's like, and your dad was a bajo sexter, and so you played with him, and there was nobody else that could play like that with him, but you. So
true.
it was like it all fell into place together, and that's pretty amazing. When did you find out that your son was able to, play bajo sexto?
Not too long ago, a couple months ago, he ended up like, hey, you know what? I'm starting to like this, and so he got one of my dad's bajos and would go on YouTube and start, taking out, with one finger, two fingers. The way I started playing the bajo, because in reality, I started playing the drums as a professional, or that's my main instrument, the drums. Mm-hmm. That's where I started playing, and so when I started playing the bajo, it was not too later on, and I learned with one finger and then two fingers, and then
that's a hard instrument to play, dude.
It is, and because of the pressure and whatnot. So he gets it and starts playing, and then I actually took the time to sit, because I don't have patience, bro. I don't have patience.
Welcome to my world.
And so ahí lo agarré, lo pesqué, and he's started playing. So he's been playing professionally with me in the band for about, I don't know, like a year and a half around there. Yeah, apenas.
How old are you, Mil?
15.
15. Yeah. And so when did you decide, when you picked up the bajo sexto, I mean, you just like, you wanted to learn it? You just picked it up or what?
Yeah, it was just like, since I was little, I was always, when I was little, I would go on stage, I would play the drums, or my grandpa had bought me a guitar and cars. It was like a car. It was like a whatever. And I was.
What do you mean cars? It was like it was a guitar with the from the cartoon.
From Mexico,
from the movie.
Yeah.
Orale. What's the name of that car, baby?
Cars in.
Which one?
Yeah, the
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. Andale.
Yeah, it was all of them, and I was just, I don't know, ever since I was little. But the bajo, I picked it up when I was like, I think the first time I ever played it, like to mess around with it, was like 10 years old. Mm-hmm. But professionally, like to like start learning, play it with my dad.
I want to say that not just because he's my son, but he man, this kid is very, very talented. Como te digo, not big. I mean, it might be that
Pues
because
tú
he's my
también,
son.
carnal.
No, and honestly, Rock, like it's just that the reason why I say this, bro, is because I remember I was mentioning this the other day, and somebody made a comment, like, es tu chavalo, and that kind of pissed me off because like it's like, yeah, maybe it is because he's my son, but lo miro, bro. Now it's like back in the day, or maybe 2-3 years ago, I would never tell you like, hey, I consider myself a good musician. Now I can tell you because I know my worth as far as what I've done so far.
Sí.
And you know what? I am a badass musician. It's not because I wanna, me la quiero recargar. Because I was never like that. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not like that. Pero people have seen what I've done, like being on stage with Bobby in Vegas.
Bobby
and stuff
Pulido
like,
no te va a invitar si no sabes
So-
a tocar, carnal.
So,
I mean,
so that kind of
Right?
it bothered me, but it's because like lo miro, bro, and it's like, man, he's becoming one of me, but like 10 times better than me,
Wow.
and I'm scared because
He's got you and your dad.
he's gonna be
in him.
very, very good, man, and I'm proud of that.
Well,
And I am,
here's
you know.
an interesting statistic as far as genetics. A third of who we are is innate, meaning it's what we inherited.
Right.
So at the minimum, that's the minimum. He's got a third of the talent, and then, but I mean, he probably has more. And then 2/3 is practice. 2/3
Right.
is what you learn, right? So going back to what Rock was saying, like, wow, he's born. Yeah, it's true. Because in any human being, a third of who we are, it's already within us, right? So he's got at the minimum a third of what you and your father had.
Right.
So he's starting off
Yeah.
He's got a head start.
yeah.
And the practice, like you said, that's what.
that's the 2/3 other, yeah.
and I didn't have that. I wouldn't practice. Like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he does it. So
Yeah.
he's getting there, and I'm very. I just can't wait to see the final. Well, not the final. I guess we can't say that, right?
but the progress.
with the progress, man.
Growth,
I'm very excited for
And
that.
that's why I have a psychologist on the show here with us, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, Chaz.
And going back to what you were saying, when you were struggling, we have a moral compass, right? And then when we go through depression, plus the moral compass, it gets off track. It takes a lot of, in life, you have to be patient, calm, keep your moral compass. But when we lose people, and it gets off track. So it's easily.
So you are a psychologist.
I teach psychology at South Texas College. So I'm not a psychologist per se.
Yeah, but
I do teach it.
yeah.
Y este es un freebie.
That's why I'm saying, bro. Because I might
Free
throw in,
counsel.
I might
Free counsel
throw in a
session.
little
No,
question here and
Free
there.
counsel.
No tienes que pagar o nada, carnal. Aquí te damos free counseling. carnal.
Puro H, papá.
They can't counsel me because I'm a lost cause. ¿Entiendes la onda? I mean, if Chaz tries to counsel me,
It
he's
doesn't
gonna
work, 'cause
end up in therapy.
Rock, Rock has a narcissist shield. Nothing will get through
Hey
it.
man,
So.
I don't have a big nose, dude. Come on. Hey, Rock has a narcissist shield. Y me la creo bien chingón también.
Not only that, I've conceded.
Oh my God.
No, but no, man, it's amazing. Yeah, what he's saying is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And that's what your son is going through, man. I can just imagine when he's your age, dude.
Ahí va. That's the only thing que le digo. Hey, just don't act humble, and and you'll be okay. And he's there. He's getting there.
Sí.
Yeah, he's getting there. So.
In how's school, man? What grade are you in?
El de flonque.
Eso sí me sacó a mí.
No, hombre, no.
That's the other third.
That's the other third.
Yeah, I'm in high school,
Ninth grade, okay.
Collegiate.
9th grade.
Oh, do you take music in school and stuff? or no?
Well, I've been in band since 6th grade.
Nah, he's de que estás en pañales.
Sí.
But
He goes to collegiate high school.
Yeah.
Sí.
So,
Like, it's
In
early
PSJ?
college. No,
in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
¿El collegiate quiere decir que estás advanced y todo eso o qué?
Yeah, well, I guess.
Sí, that's
like it.
awesome, bro.
But
Yo no pude salir de ninth grade,
Oh
carnal.
my goodness.
True story. I actually dropped out in ninth grade.
Sí.
And después de ahí me
That makes
corrieron.
two of us.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when I hit the road with Jennifer.
Sí.
After that.
Jennifer Peña.
Yeah, man.
Ya no se oyó Jennifer. I haven't been keeping up with her, pero ya no se oyó.
And she kept in touch with you, Reggie?
No, ya no, nada.
Yeah.
Pero when did you play with her?
In the early 99, 2000.
You were her
Okay.
drummer?
The drummer. Yeah, and
Was
then-
was it when Lucky Joe was there too?
That was after when Lucky got out. I think me and Roger Peña and all those cats, we ended up going with her. So it was like late '99. Lucky was like in like mid '99 is cuando ya se estaba saliendo.
Hey.
And then after that we went in.
Roger El León Peña.
Roger León Peña.
En acordeón.
Yeah, and
He's a
he was-
good player.
Yeah,
Desgraciado.
I was 14 and some months when I joined Jennifer. And Roger became
Wait, 14 years old
Yeah,
when you joined Jennifer?
Mhm.
And
How old was she?
she's
When you were 14,
Well,
how
she's
old was
about
she?
40 some, right?
she's already she's like I think like 5-6 years older than me.
Okay.
I'm not too sure exactly how
So she was
old
20, 19,
Yeah,
20.
she was like casi passing the 18-year mark, whatever. Pero yeah, and Roger,
How was that experience with Jennifer back then?
You know, bro, it was just one of those where like I think about it now, it's like shit. I was 14, 15 years old, you know, making salary every weekend, playing every weekend, pues making feria, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, and you know, it's crazy because like, you know Hugo Guerrero, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I joined Jennifer, pues I was, you know, estaba chavalo, and Roger was obligated for him to become my parent guardian, because pues my you know.
Oh
Like,
my God.
Yeah. So this guy,
Roger El León
El León
Peña,
Peña, bro.
your legal
he
guardian.
was my legal guardian. Saludos a Roger.
Isn't that like David Lee Roth?
Some shit like that. So this happens, right? And then mind you, pues él está chavalo también.
Uh-huh.
And the first person that we plan to stay with is with Hugo Guerrero, the Charanga King in Corpus. And at that time, pues Hugo had an apartment. He was working for Hacienda Records. And pues allá de volada aprendí mañas de volada, like, you know, the drinking part and stuff. But I mean, you know, in a good way, man, that guy.
¿Estás chavalo, carnal?
Yeah.
Chingo de testosterone,
Yeah.
todo se jale.
So, yeah, and I was living as a early 14-year-old, you know, there in Corpus, pretty much by myself, comiendo puro ramens, and, you know, we didn't have no control.
You grew up fast.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't have a teen childhood.
Yeah, and so Roger takes over as my legal, you know, parent, guardian, whatever. And one time so this is how much we were like very irresponsible. We're flying Southwest Airlines when that shit started coming out, where you do have connections. Was they accidentally left me on a plane on a connection. I ended up in Philadelphia, bro.
Oh my goodness.
And they went to California. So
Holy shit.
I wake up, I'm like, what the hell?
shoot.
Where's everybody at? And nobody was there. Everybody had gone off in California. I don't remember exactly where we're going, but yeah, I ended up in Philadelphia. And I was like, I was scared. I was crying. Mi jefe estaba bien enojado. Like, hey, ¿qué onda? Un lawsuit de volada.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy. But
And
then,
so how did you end up? Did you end up in California? 'Cause-
Jaime, Jennifer's dad, ended up having to buy me a new ticket to actually fly. I remember I think it was California where we were
it
going
was
to
like
play.
that's like a 4-hour difference.
Yeah.
And I ended up going, and was we had to, because we had to play that night. So a huevo me hicieron.
So you made it in time for the show.
I think I remember. Yeah, I made it in time. For
And
the
what
show.
did they tell you when you showed up?
Ay, estás bien pendejo.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, it was crazy, man. But that's how, you know, the little things that we were irresponsible, and why would you let a 14-year-old go on the road?
Pues necesitaban chaperón, carnal, un adulto.
But it was all due to me getting expelled from school. That's what it was.
Sí.
You know, yeah. so-
Porque eras bien troublemaker en la escuela, ¿o qué?
No, actually, pues, when I was going to school, I would skip class a lot. And, pues, of course, I was playing every weekend with my grandfather's band. So me desvelaba. So los Fridays no iba a la escuela. Los Mondays tampoco, because tocábamos Sundays. So
Yeah.
Sunday me desvelaba. Monday I wouldn't go to class. You remember Fidel Hernandez?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the singer.
Yeah, bueno. So Fidel, his brother, I'm not going to say his name on here, right? But he was my...
The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Yeah, like,
The guilty.
He was actually if I'm not mistaken, my math teacher. Anyways, so I was going to Edinburgh North, and so he caught me skipping, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be in my class this morning. You didn't show up." Hombre, it's because I'm, pura perica or whatever. He's like, "That one, oh, come over here." I thought he was gonna let me go. Hombre, he takes me to the principal's office. The principal at that time, he's the superintendent now. He's like, "Hey, you've been missing out on school every Monday. Every Friday you leave early. You just don't seem to have no interest in school. So you have 10 minutes to get somebody to pick you up. You are being expelled. And if you don't have nobody pick you up within 10 minutes, you're going to be considered trespassing and you'll be placed under arrest.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had to, get a ride for my grandpa. I want my grandpa levantarme. And so he picks me up, go home, and I'm expelled, right? So all this happens. And so the truancy officer at that time, it wasn't the PD. At the time, it was just a regular person, right? Civilian. And
Le decían el perrero.
El perrero, algo, right?
I knew him very well.
So ese vato was my grandfather's good friend, Don Ricardo. And I remember clearly being there when he went looking for me. He's like, ¿Dónde? Because my real name is Juan Ricardo Guzman. Not a lot of people know that.
Okay.
So, ¿dónde está Juan? And he's like, pues, no sé. And pues I'm sitting there, right? And I was telling my grandpa, no, don't tell him I'm here. Mira, te voy a ser sincero. ¿Para dónde se movió? He tells my grandpa. And my grandpa's like, pues se fue para Corpus. Okay, es todo lo que necesito que saber. And he writes it down on paper. Oye, ¿cómo están? Que no han tocado. Y que la chingada.
He was a fan.
Yeah. So, whatever. So, I didn't know that this guy was just looking for me to document where I was at, so that way they can proceed with charges to get me to go back to the school. You know, this is, mind you, it's all a business. It's just, I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything bad, but anyways, they just want you to be there after 10 a.m. After that, they can count you absent or whatever, as long as they get that point. Anyways, so at that point, they were looking for me, whatever. So when I was pissed off because I said, you know what, they let me go from school because I wasn't, like, they como te digo, they didn't work with me. Or I don't know, maybe I was in the wrong position to where, like, I was really messing up and I didn't belong in school anymore. But
you wanted the opportunity to be scared straight, at least,
right? Yeah. And I guess so that wasn't given to me. So I said, you know what? I want to go on the road, and I took off. And after that, I didn't.
You never looked back.
I never looked back. But fortunately, going back to what we were saying, having a great wife and a great family, I got my GED later on. I got my certificate for to be a Texas peace officer of the state of Texas. Because of my wife, and I ended up, but that's the thing I told my son, I just don't want you to go through what I went through in that aspect. And
I don't think he has to, I mean, he's going to do good and he's going to the collegiate. I mean, wow. And it's weird because your life almost resembles mine. I was going into 10th grade. I got a job at the island DJing, $1,000 a week. 1984.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
And but before that, I had left my mom's house, and I met a friend of mine from Mission, Rene Parrao, and he's the guy that gave me the name Rock and Roll James. And so I went and stayed with him during Christmas vacations, and I got a job at a bar DJing, and it was one of those bars that I really wouldn't go to. You know what I mean?
Yikes.
Pero so then I started going to school, but I was missing the first class which was study hall, because I was staying up late and this and that, and they kicked me out of that school. And then so I never went back. And the thing about it, that Rene Parrao was like a Roger Leon Peña, man. He was my freaky legal guardian. He was the most notorious guy in Mission High School.
Oh
you know what I mean? So it was every time I'd go, okay, who's your legal guardian? And Rene Parrao. Oh my God. And I tell myself, all right, I got a good legal guardian. But man, and I was 17, something like that. 17, and I got 16. Yeah. But I never looked back, and I went into the nightclub scene, then radio, and this is where I'm at today, and this is where you're at today, man.
Yeah.
It's just weird how the destiny, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't finish school, doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to do something with yourself.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. And it's all about work ethic as well, But we're in an industry where we could have been we could have been in trouble a lot of times.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
Or dead.
Yeah.
Because on the road, partying, ending up in Philadelphia, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy.
It is true, because how can I explain this? Like, I've been around, playing, music on the road, especially on the road with Bobby, and then when I joined Palomo and all that. So I had a lot of experiences where, it came to where, like como se dice, death encounters.
Yeah.
Near death experience.
Yeah, or yeah, bro.
I know, bro.
I'm gonna say something. At a very young age, I experienced what it was to almost have an overdose. Due to drugs. And honestly, I'm saying this, and a lot of people might not agree with me saying this in front of my son, but I tell him my experiences sometimes, so he knows not to go that route. And I, like my wife says, I guess it's just up to us how we bring them up, right? Yo le digo la neta, like, hey, look, Ricky, you're gonna be on stage. We play in Houston, we play in Dallas, we go on the road. You're gonna have people maybe behind my back offer you something. Don't ever do it, because this is gonna be the outcome. Le explico in that way so he knows, right? Because I don't want him to go through what I went through. You know what I mean? So I think I am blessed to have gone through that in a bad way, in a good way, but so I can tell him what it's like. Like, don't do this, bro. Like, this is gonna be the outcome of this.
And girls too, mijo.
Ah, no, eso no. Tell la mamá, like,
No, say no.
your wife's up.
Take a deep dive.
Yeah, no, but yeah, there's a lot of temptation in what we do.
Yeah.
And in the industry we're in. But I don't know, your son looks like he's got a really good head on his shoulders,
Yeah, he
right?
does, yeah.
He ain't no Ricky Guzman III, bro. and then you've got your wife who's gonna, probably has a nice whip at the house that keep them keeps both of you guys.
Yeah. No, Crystal, she manages the band, and the reason being, we always laugh about it because back in the day, bro, yo manejaba el grupo, me decían los camaradas, hey, un barbecue, ¿cuánto me cobras? Unos $375, dale gas, and I had fucking 5-6 guys playing with me, roadies, y like, pues how, it's impossible. So now Crystal is the one that puts her foot down.
Bro, musicians have been notoriously bad managers.
Yes.
Okay, because we always lowball ourselves.
Yeah.
And we tend to, because to us it comes naturally.
Right.
And we don't know our worth.
Right.
We're always that. I did the same thing with my wife,
Yeah.
And then she got the first gig and she says, what do I charge? And I gave her a price. She goes, no, I'm going to charge you. And I said, okay, well, you know what? Charge what you feel we're worth.
Right.
And don't tell me what you charge them until you've already done it, because, I'm going to just want to get the gig. And
Lo que es.
En lo que es, y
El
si vengo para la
depósito.
casa con 100 bolas, chingao, you know what I mean?
100 bolas.
You know what I mean? So yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
You got a wife that handles that, and
Yeah.
I've got mine over
She
here
puts her foot
también.
down.
Carnal,
Yeah,
porque
she holds the fort down. That's what it is.
si no
pretty much.
hacemos puros shows for exposure, carnal, te ganas de exposure.
Exposure. Oh my
Hey, quieren a
God.
tocar por exposure,
Hey, put
carnal.
exposure. Eso ya está de nuevo.
We've been there, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Guzman III and Ricky Guzman IV here with us, ladies and we're talking about 14 years old. He was full of testosterone, but you know what? We're not 14 anymore, so you got to go to Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women. All right. You're over, 35 years old and you want to feel a lot better. You're starting to get a little tired, sluggish, gaining weight. You go in there, get your blood pressure checked, and then they check your weight, and then they check your blood work, and then they get you to where you need to be. 956-441-2188, hormone replacement therapy. That's testosterone. Or you can also ask them about the weight loss therapy. You want to lose some weight. IV vitamin infusion and peptide therapy. All designed to help you feel great and healthier again. Hell yeah. Dr. T's Primary. Mira como salgo de ahí. Oh, okay. Pues ya se pasó, pero.
Sorry.
Hey, Rob, does that really work? Like,
Hell yeah, bro.
I mean, I've heard it does. As a matter of fact, what you've been,
Bro, that's my
announcing.
wife, carnal.
I'm telling you, porque a veces me levanto de la mañana, like, no me quiero levantar. But yeah,
Oh, no, bro. Yeah.
I might look into
go
that,
over there,
'cause-
bro.
yeah.
I mean, ya le estás pegando los 40, bro,
Yeah.
and we've led a fast life.
yes,
You know, and when you lead a fast life, you tend to start losing more testosterone at a younger age. So go over there, give them a call, tell them, hey, Rock and Roll James Mandó. They'll check your blood work and all that. And I'll tell you what, you'll be.
te levantas en la mañana como si nada.
Pues
Bien,
sí,
toma.
parece Indian Reservation, carnal, en la mañana, carnal, you know. El tipi, carnal, está el tipi en chingas ahí, you know what I'm saying?
Take a look at that, you know.
If you go to Dr. T's, you become a member of the Doge, Department of Gains and Energy, brother.
Se va a cargar, se va a cargar.
Quebrando paderes.
Simón, y tu wife se va a poner más tóxica, carnal.
Es
Es lo
todo.
que quiero hacer.
Hell yeah. I like that.
Vas a tener que esconderle la Smith & Wesson, carnal, cuando está you know, porque
La
de
Glock.
repente.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to thank Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass, Texas. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken with all the sides, fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. Going to be fantastic. We'll be there on March 15th with Crazy Pimps, and then we're currently in negotiations with the Bronco 956, okay? So we've got El Bronco 956, a song that's hitting nationwide. It's been played in every polga from coast to coast and frontera to frontera. So we'll be performing it there for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen. So it'll be fantastic. Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass. Also want to thank Chorizo de H&H. And we're checking the sound. We're watching an old video with our good friend El Primo Cheo. Let's put that on so we haven't seen it in a while so you can check out. Está sabroso el chorizo de H&H.
Miren nomás este rico manjar. No, déjame probarlo de volada. Le iba a dar uno al de la cámara, pero... Hijo de su mañana. Qué sabrosura, raza. Oh, el chorizo H&H, raza, es otro show, papá. Bien, oh my God, qué rico está. Ahora sí, como dice mi gran amigo Rock and Roll, asústame one time. Hey, Rock, me antojaste con el chorizo H&H. Tuve que ir a conseguir, raza. Qué cosa tan deliciosa, raza.
Yeah.
Just when you think he's done with the compliment, he doesn't know.
You gotta do it.
I was in Rio Grande City a couple of weeks ago, and I ran into him, man. I hadn't ran into him in a while, and he's just like a salt of the earth person, man. Una raza, irabato que, I mean, ¿verdad, babe?
Yeah, he's amazing. His whole family is.
Want to thank Top Grade Physical Therapy. También they're the experts who safely keep you moving. If you're in pain, they evaluate everything the body needs to keep you moving, including mechanics, flexibility, joint mobility, functional strength, neurological impairments, and more. If you're involved in an accident or anything like that, you need some therapeutic help, they will do it for you. They'll have you walking in no time. They have personalized program designed just for you by a professional physical therapist and offer flexible scheduling that fit your needs. It's 2801 West Expressway 83 in McAllen, right across from the McAllen Convention Center on the Expressway in McAllen. Call them at 956-854-4364 or follow them and message them on Facebook, Top Grade Physical Therapy. My son, Ronnie James, is their personal Facebook and social media guy, so he'll be answering your questions if you do send them a question on their Facebook. They accept insurance, Top Grade Physical Therapy, the experts that keep you moving. And last but not least, we want to thank the two-tier custom portable grill by Solid Ironworks in Rio Grande City, Stark County, El Condado Estrella, 956-573-2398. These guys got some amazing pits that you can, build and disassemble as well. And then you could just carry them to wherever you want. Man, look at these. And they can put whatever you want on the middle of the grill. Cowboys, even though they're not doing too good. And San Francisco 49ers también. Any sólido, y ahí está el de Rolo. Y nombre, those go anywhere you want. They go anywhere. And they don't take a lot of space. And they got those half griddle, half grill for the Webbers. Look at that. Puedes hacer unos pancakes y también unos steaks ahí, breakfast, y también el pollito ahí. No, hombre, qué bárbaro. And they've got this new grill for the Weber. If you put it on, babe, check it out. This is just the design. And the middle of it, they'll put whatever you want in the middle. Now, you know how sometimes your fire goes low? You can just take the middle part out and put more charcoal or wood or whatever instead of taking the whole grill off. and you just move the meat aside to the sides, and then you open the middle, and then you can put more charcoal.
Like a manhole.
Yeah, it's like a manhole, man. It's incredible. Great idea. 956-573-2398. Follow them on social media, Facebook at Solid Iron Works, and in Instagram at Solid Iron Works as well. So thank you so much and they also do panels, door gates, anything you need. They can do it for you. Just give them a call and ask them, and they will work with you. So let's hear una rolita aquí con Ricardo Guzmán. We've been hearing this polquita.
Yeah.
Para prender el bote y prenderte el bote, papá.
Hey, hell yeah.
Pero esta es la que me gusta, man. Hoy nomás. Con Conjunto, esa música de volada te dan las ganas de pistear y corear, carnal.
Y aprender el bote, of course.
Sí. And a lot of our legends are leaving, bro.
I know, man. Yeah.
Hoy nomás. Paloma Blanca.
Blanca Paloma.
El álbum se llama Back to the Valley.
Paloma blanca, blanca paloma, quien tuviera tus alas que tuviera.
Hoy. El compás de.
Para volar,
Yeah.
volar para donde están mis amores, ¿dónde están? Vale,
Are you playing accordion on this one?
Yeah. Yeah, that album is actually the last album that I think my dad put out before he passed away. And so that was so I think we only have 3 albums with a conjunto with my dad that we took out. And really it was just because we were very decidiosos, like with taking out new material. We would take one out, and then it would literally take us like 2-3 years to take out a new one. Yeah, and that's the way I've been lately with the music that we've been taking out. Lately también.
Sí.
We've been taking out new singles these past couple of months. Maybe the past couple of 2 years. These past 2 years, whatever. We've been taking out more singles because antes
You have to.
the last album that we have, which is the Perdido Sin Temor, I think that's like 5-6 years old.
Sí.
Yeah. So this
No,
new stuff-
we're in a different era now.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be pulling something out every other month or every month.
And now with all the digital platforms that's coming out that we have, under Guzman Entertainment, was we're seeing so since we're independent, we're starting to see funds coming in and stuff. So yeah, we're investing more in
Sí.
the recording and
Y pues para tener tocadas and stay active and all that.
It's weird because once you take something out on the radio, you start getting gigs, and it's what's happening right
Pues ya
now.
ni la radio, la radio ayuda un poco, pero no como antes. I mean, antes la radio es todo lo que había.
Yeah.
Pero ahora todos se van para TikTok, se van para YouTube, se van para Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of that, and it's hard to keep up with all that shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you need to have somebody to, post everything and be active and daily, and people want to see new content.
Yeah.
So I don't know how your son is in social media. I know kids are really into social media and they keep active. So ahí está to marketing
He's
expert.
the one that gives me the pointers, like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. So, but Crystal mainly is the one that manages all that, and
Sí.
she's doing good, and that's what we're trying to do, man. Lately, we've been trying to pull out new stuff every other. There's bands that take out something every 2 weeks.
Y pues la música que haces, puedes estar grabando rolas, puedes hacer un álbum en unos cuantos, una semana, carnal.
Yeah, real quick.
I mean, it's not very, articulate or anything like that. It's just nomás boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. This one's called La Ru Ru Ru. Vámonos. No más. I know this is dangerous putting this music on a Wednesday night for you, porque chinga no ibas al jale mañana. La
Yo
chingada.
sé. El jueves bien tronado.
La madre. Hey, babe, no te compré nada para Valentine's.
Ya, mero viene Valentine's.
Me gasté todo el cheque Wednesday night.
Llegas bien Ricky Guzmán.
Déjame ir, te traje una mata de chile, no tenía para las rosas.
El chile piquín.
And the wife will go, ay, qué bueno, déjame traer chile. All right. They'd rather have that than the roses, bro. Hell yeah. And you've got some new stuff out, right?
Yeah. So this new song that just came out a couple weeks ago, it's called Tropecé. Crystal actually wrote it, my wife.
Órale.
Yeah, le escribió esta rola. And this song, it really talks about, like, you know, when you fall, you just got to get back up, you know. Te tropezas y pues ni modo, you got to get back up. So it kind of talks about what she went through when she was there waiting for me to get home, and you know, and stuff like that.
It's not hard, man. It's not easy for the wives of musicians,
man.
bro.
So we were there one day just barbecuing, me and her. That's what we do now lately. You just turn on the barbecue pit at the house.
Qué padre, ¿no?
Dice, quiero escribir una canción, babe. Digo, nambe, ¿cómo has escrito una canción? Yeah, let me try it. So she tried it. And salió. Tropecé.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah.
I want to hear it all, man. Let's go. Get it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Te esperé, como idiota día tras día te esperé, mientras escogías otros que ni te sentían, acostado en mi cama, en mi mente te guía y derramé 100,000 lágrimas por ti, mi ausencia, hasta que se fue el dolor que en mi pecho sentía, la ceniza que fue llama ardiente hace días. Lo peor de todo que me duele tanto, que ya no me dueles nada, pero tu orgullo no me alejó. Tropecé, por tu culpa no quería, me fallé. Hoy espero que algún día recapacitaré. Tropecé, ya no quiero ser inútil otra vez. Hoy comprendo por mi culpa solo me fallé. No vuelve a suceder. Lo peor de todo que me duele tanto, que ya no me dueles nada, pero tu orgullo no me alejó. Tropecé, por tu culpa no quería, me fallé. Hoy espero que algún día recapacitaré. Tropecé, ya no quiero ser inútil otra vez. Hoy comprendo por mi culpa solo me fallé. No vuelve a suceder.
Wow. Yeah.
Tropecé.
Nice job.
That sounds real nice. Te avientaste, Ricky. Your wife se aventó con la song esta.
Yeah, Crystal's one of, that's she wrote it, so I'm very proud of that song también.
That's awesome, man.
I have to, porque si no me saca el cohete.
Not like this, you know,
Is it really? Come on.
You can feel the lyrics. You can
Yeah.
feel it when you're singing it.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, like, we just heard your dad's song with you on it and an accordion, and they're different sounding accordions, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
So the stuff that I did with my dad, it's my grandfather's tuning on the accordion, because that was his style, right? The ronca, and
sort of like Dos Gilbertos,
Yes.
sort of, right? Yeah.
Well, actually, that tuning that you hear, it's called a cilindrada. That's actually one of my grandfather's creations with Irineo Torres back in the day. because Irineo, I don't know if you know.
That
but
guy used to.
Yes.
Irineo was the
he
guy
was a
that
doctor,
would,
accordion doctor.
and he would he would tune them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Everybody would go to him to
Yes.
tune them. He's
So-
Agnes Torres' dad
Agnes's dad,
from
yeah.
New Variety
Yeah.
Band.
So back in the day, my grandfather was also another accordion doctor here in the valley. He was one of the only ones that would fix accordions. So they got together, and Irineo was very well respected for when it came for accordion work. So he's like, quiero este acordeón, este estilo, and I quiero las notas. So they sat down and actually did a patent of a sounding accordion, whatever I guess you can call it. So that's my grandfather's sound, like that.
That's
ronca.
incredible.
Now those Gilberto style and all that, pues that's Gilberto's own, like Valerio Longoria's. It sounds like a train. But yeah, anyways, so that's why you hear the difference in accordion, and this is more just standard dry tune.
And nobody would even think of the intricacies that go into the tuning of the accordions and making them sound different than others.
Yes, there's a lot of
everybody thinks like every accordion has to sound the same.
No. That's why a lot of people ask me like, hey, why do you have two accordions? I only see this guy only play one. Well, fortunately for them, they can play all tonos in like Leonel Pulido. Remember Leonel?
Flaco Jimenez.
Flaco, like these guys would just play on
Con
one
un acordeón la hacen,
yeah. But for me, it's just the way se me hace más fácil. You know, when I get un acordeón de fa and I want to sing in B flat, pues I grab it, boom, and I play what I can play on it, right?
Yeah.
And if I want to go to C, pues I get the G accordion, and nobody knows that. Like, why do you have two accordions? But in reality, that's what it is, the tonos.
Sí. Yeah. Pero se guacha de aquellas cuando tienes todas las acordeones ahí, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Accordion Eddie Van Halen de accordion, carnal, asústame.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go to their social media and follow them. And if you want to book them, give them a call, man. These guys, they got a great band. To see his son perform with him on stage together, 956-638-4343 is the number to call. And you can follow them on social media, share their stuff, and find out where they're at. And you got any shows coming up, Ricky?
Ahorita we have some privates coming up. So as far as the festival is concerned, I think this coming month, Crystal's going to be getting in touch with the people from Milwaukee. So we'll be doing that, hopefully. But we need to actually release the whole album, because I know that once we do that, then we'll start getting more festivals going on. So that's right now I'm in the studio trying to finishing up all the other tracks. And as of right now, we just have privates, and I know maybe one or two clubs. Don't have anything coming up. Yeah,
and you put all your dates on social media.
So if anybody wants to check out our dates and see what's available, or just hit us up on Guzman Entertainment on Facebook.
Es todo, carnal. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Guzman the third and the fourth here with us. Thank you so much, Ricky. We appreciate you.
No, Rock. Before we go, man, I want to thank you guys for having us over. I had fun tonight with you guys, and whatever y'all need, man, pobremente aquí estamos, man, and don't forget, I look up to you guys. What y'all doing is amazing.
Hey, carnal, cuando quieras, we've had this show for 5 years and nunca viniste, carnal.
I know.
And the thing is I'm not the type to call people out, because if they call me, órale, déjate venir, let me give you the date.
You have a lot of stuff on your.
And I'm glad that your wife reached out to me, man, because right away I was like, I've been wanting you on the show.
I appreciate it.
And then I saw you on Bumper y dije, ching. Con la competencia.
Ahorita va a estar Bumper afuera con una sniper gun así.
You mean a slingshot?
Dije, ¿sabes qué? Cancélalo la chingada. Cancélalo. No te creas.
No, Dad. Honestly, you, your wife, carnal, thank you so much. Also, ahorita I'm going to talk to him because I got some preocupaciones.
I'm also a free counseling session.
No, honestly, I appreciate that, because that's what we really need to expand more, man. And you've been doing it. So that's why I respect you a lot, Rock.
Carnal, I welcome like people like Bumper and all the other the radio guys, all those guys that are doing something. I mean, it's unlimited the people we can reach. When we used to just do radio, then it was a little more competitive because we only had a market to deal with.
Right.
But now, man, so we got the whole world.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a chance to bring in, and if somebody else can do it better than us, or we can do it better than that, it doesn't matter. As long as they take it to the next level.
Oh yeah.
So we're always supportive of everybody, man. And then I watch them. My wife, and she ask her. We get off on Wednesday nights, and I turn it on Bumper. I don't watch myself. I go to Bumper, see see how he's doing, you know.
Yeah.
And then the radio guys on Monday night, and then I've got the three amigos, all that. You know, man, I like to follow what's going on.
Thanks.
But ladies and gentlemen, we've had the members only, where you can $9.99 gets you access to other content, one-on-one interviews. I have decided to close that down. Okay, I have decided to close that down. So if you're a $9.99 member, if you want to keep going just to help us out, because we do, it does help us out, and we get to do good things with it, with the money we make. But if you want to, you don't have to. You don't have to, because I realize that I'm doing interviews with each one-on-one artist, and they come all the way, and they want their information out in a timely fashion. And so if it's only a certain people that can, certain group of people that can watch it, then it kind of defeats the purpose. And I want everybody to be able to see, and I want the artists to be able to get the exposure that they need. So, for example, last night I had Elida Reina on, and she's already starting her last tour. And that's happening on Friday, starting on Friday. So you can go back and check it out. We got a little clip here. You can check it out. I love Yacht Rock.
Love it.
Do you listen to it?
Oh, yeah.
See? Arrima el mic más un poquito más. I want you real close so we can hear it. There you go.
Right there.
There you go. What's your favorite Yacht Rock song?
Oh, I like a lot of different.
When you were growing up, what were you listening to?
Da 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 dun dun da da. Do you remember that song? Dun dun da 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 da. It's like an instrumental.
Feel So Good, Chuck Mangione? I know which one you're talking about. I'll find it right here.
And for some reason, every time we drove into San Antonio, it would come on, and then you're on the hill, and you can see the city.
I bet it's this one.
Dun dun da da.
Yeah. This one.
Yes. What's his name?
Chuck Mangione.
Yeah.
I know all the music.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love music. You know what? I can't live without it. Like even when I'm like cleaning the house,
Yeah.
I have to have my phone like with the music going.
To music, yeah.
It's like I can't be in silence. I have to be in.
If not, you hear like a.
Yeah. Yeah, así en la noche cuando duermo tengo el abanico prendido, but kind of like
too.
it hums me because after being in the music business for so long,
Yeah.
you start getting that. It's like they call it tinnitus or something like
I have
that.
it.
You have it?
Gotcha.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
And so if you don't,
If it's quiet, it freaks me out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then plus you start hearing like a little pitch, or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians go through that.
It's a constant for me. Yeah.
Yeah, after so many years.
Yeah.
And you're ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready to call it a day? Honestly?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You are?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Man, how many years?
33.
33?
Yeah.
So le ganaste a Bobby? Bobby Pulido's
I
like...
started about a year, 2 years before
Sí.
Bobby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's not counting when you were doing the local stuff that
No.
you were working with the local record
No,
label
because
here.
you remember I started when I was 15-ish, 16, con Mando
Yeah.
and Mercedes. So, yeah, that's not even counting that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So overall, okay, 40 years almost? Or?
Maybe, yeah. More.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's a really good interview.
Rock, since Valentine's is coming up, can we hear Ricky's and Rally's Yacht Rock favorite song? 'Cause it's by the way, in the Valley, it's Valentine's
Valentine's
with an M.
With a B. Valentine's.
Wait,
Happy
Valentine's.
Yeah, so I also have, I don't just have like artists on the show. I bring in TikTok guys and people, and I had a guy named Texas Dad 956 who was a repo. Oh, by the way, on that Elida Reina, we talk about her transition from Jehovah Witness to Christianity. And it's very interesting because I don't know a lot about the Jehovah Witness.
I didn't know that.
And so how was she able to, follow that and then perform secular music and stuff like that?
I wish he had gone to my door. Hey, whoa, come on, man.
I've seen the light.
I believe.
And, so then I had Texas 956 Dad. This guy was a repo man. And so he started to put clips of those repos and the people going crazy stuff on his TikTok, and he became real popular. So I have him on the show. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
So that night, he pulls up on us, carnal. It was a Friday night. I'm young with my young 20-year-old wife. I'm smoking a big blunt, right there in the car. And chingon, my daughter's asleep. We finally put her to sleep, but it's our Friday night.
Yeah.
But my dad told me he's coming from Castroville, and he came in, and man, I smogged up the car, and I forgot that he pulled up. He pulls up on me, and I'm like, that's my dad. And my wife just gets out of the car. He sale el billow of smoke. Gosh.
In Cheech and Chong.
Bro. But again, she goes inside, and I go in after her. I'm like, hey, Dad. And he's like, hey, mijo. I'm like, Dad, chill. I'll be right there. And I go inside. I'm like, oh, shit. He's outside. Oh, my God. He's going to know. And I'm like, give me another shirt. Like, give me cologne. I'm like, I should take a bath. I'm paniqueado. And she's just laughing on the bed hysterically. I'm like, no, chill. Like neta, chill. So I go outside and proceed to go talk to my dad. Like, I got it together. I put a different shirt. I put on cologne. Now I'm okay. I looked at
But
my
you're
mirror.
stoned as fuck, right?
Not so bad, bro.
And you're hoping, like, I hope he doesn't notice.
Hey, I go outside and I have my dad there just giving me that look like,
chingao, chingao, man.
and I go up to my jefito and I tell him, hey, Dad, how you been? And he's a big, huge Dallas Cowboy fan.
Orale.
And he wearing back of his truck.
And you're
bed.
trying to act normal, right?
Nacho, but he has a football from the Dallas Cowboy that's like impaled into the windshield halfway, and it's right there. And I was like, oh, badass. So I'm there telling him, like, mijito, what are you doing? You have your family inside. You're a new dad? This is how you're doing it? With your kid inside? And he just starts guilting me, carnal. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. It's just that, I work all week too. This is Mohamed Relajo. And I look and I see Dad, there's no manches. I'm like, there's a football in your windshield, Dad. And he just looks at me like, chinga. like, and he was shitting on me. And I told him, like, Dad, you got divorced because you drank. You had your vicio. This is mine. You did yours. Let me do mine. And that was the time that my dad caught me smoking. Pero that night was, I got a lot of flack from it. Like my dad always said, are you smoking? Now he's good with it. But it was a young 20 mistake, a young man mistake.
You still smoke?
Yeah.
I'm not Do you smoke before you go on stage?
I have to, carnal.
Yeah.
The anxiety gets to me. Really? I've learned that when I go up there.
So
and
you're dependent on it.
I'm not dependent on it.
Well, I mean, if you needed to get on stage.
Well, no. I go up on stage and it's fine, but I'm not like in my happy place.
Yeah.
Like I have to be on my happy place, like relajado.
So you're dependent on it.
Okay.
Have you ever tried doing it without it?
Yeah.
Because that happened to me, dude. For a long time, I'd be all fucked up. I'd have to be buzzed, with alcohol, little cocaine, and get on stage, and hombre, I'd kill it. He's a stand-up comedian. He's trying to be a stand-up comedian. Well, he's doing it.
Was he on the radio with you before?
No.
Okay.
And the reason I found out about him is because I received a TikTok from him. I met him when I did the comedy at the Island, babe. He was there with another guy, and he met me. He wanted to meet me, and I'm approachable, and yo me la llevo con todos, carnal. So he was shocked at how cool I was with him. Yeah. So he came up and he put this big old TikTok. Hey man, I met into Rocky. You didn't have to do this, and he's just and that. And I was like, oh cool. And I realized that so I brought him in.
Do you still smoke though?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. No, because you know what? I mean, a lot of us, and maybe you went through that too. You had to be buzzed to be able to have that security that you can perform.
Yes, I'm like that still.
And
like
so,
I have to drink. Like,
and maybe, you don't have to, really. I mean, you say you have to drink, but we really don't have to.
It's a crutch.
And when I got out of rehab, I didn't perform at all because I was doing stand-up comedy, doing all kinds of stuff. And then Raymond Norta asked me to host a comedy show at the Cine El Rey. And I told my wife, Nambe, I don't want to do it. And my wife was like, go ahead and do it. I said, okay. So we went and I got up there and I killed it, I was just hosting it.
Right.
And I got off and I sat next to her sweating. I said, I did it without being fucked up.
And that's when you realize that you didn't have to do that. Yeah.
And so I know when somebody tells me I can't do it without, no, you can.
Yeah.
I was able to.
Yeah.
So you can. But man, we have an awesome discussion. And it just goes to show that you don't need to have an artist to have a good story.
Right, of course.
I mean, everybody has a story. You know Arturo Montes?
Yes, Arturo.
One time he was like, we were at Ray's Auto Parts in Dana, you know, everybody hangs out there on Wednesday nights. It's cop politics, all that shit. And he was telling my suegro behind me, I was like, a ver si un día estoy famoso suficiente para estar en el show de rock. Y volteé y le dije, hey, Arturo, no necesitas que ser famoso para estar en mi programa, carnal. Todos tenemos historias, carnal. Dijo, ¿sabes qué? Te voy a dar una fecha para que vayas. And he passed away like the following week, dude, on the way to Monterrey. I was like, damn, you know?
Tiene 3-4 years ago he passed away, Arturo.
Yeah, it's been a while. But ladies and gentlemen, we also got the Bronco 956 song that is just taking the world by storm. And I decided to make a video with one of the dancers because the dancers have gotten so famous. All right, so we're going to show you the dancer that can't have any rhythm, okay? That doesn't have any rhythm. So we made a little video. Check this out.
El Bronco 956. Bronco, asústame one time. En los fines de semana anda bailando. En la pulga dicen que lo andan mirando. En los fines de semana enamorando. Y si bailan con su vieja anda peleando. El Bronco 956. El Bronco 956.
Le gustan los papeles con la Barbie. Le gustan los besitos de la Bibi. En la pulga siempre contando dinero. Al tesorito pronto le sueltan los perros.
El Bronco 956. El Bronco 956. El Bronco 956. El Bronco 956.
Hey, he put in his effort.
Yeah. Dude, he was a star of the fucking video, bro.
Hey, congratulations on that video also, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
And
We had a good time, bro.
Our dispatcher at the PD, I walk in and I had told him that we had an interview with you. He told me, hey, bro, did you just see the song that Rock and Roll James came out with, the Bronco 956? And of course, he was kind of like, ¿qué es eso, vato? Ese señor ya está bien viejo. Le digo, el otro muchacho, right, which is Bronco 956.
Yeah.
He go, hey, bro, that guy's funny. He's representing the Valley, bro. Like, why do people hate on him so much? You know? Oh, cada escupito el pedo aquí.
No hay pedo, carnal. Tenemos Lysol y sanitizer, todo se jala.
Tenemos, le digo, like, don't hate on him, man. Poor guy. He seems like a good. And I met Bronco 956 a while back, but congratulations on that, right?
They say it's white supremacy that's keeping us down. You know,
no shit. Yeah.
We keep each other down, man.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this past weekend we went to a boxing event at Payne Arena. They had asked me to sing the national anthem. A lot of people were telling me on social media, hey, record it. So we did, and we're going to show it to you right now. This is what I did, okay? Here we go.
Let's all rise for our national anthem. Everybody stand up, please, for our national anthem. This is going out to all our veterans and all our men and women in military uniform. We want to thank the Harlingen High School cadets here for their ROTC with our colors of the United States of America. I'd also like to dedicate this to my grandson, Roman James. Oh, see, can you see? Good singer. By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare. The bombs were steaming
job, man.
Oh man, I left it all in the ring, dude.
Yeah, you could tell you didn't go to that. Like you kept it the awesome way, man.
And I don't like to, you know how I hate it when they put a lot of stuff in there.
You kept it perfect, man.
Just like straightforward, bro.
Yeah,
you know.
Awesome. Good job.
What are you laughing at, babe?
Because
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hog Waddle is happening next weekend, Friday the 21st. Randy Rogers and también se presenta Louis the Singer and Buckin' Crazy in Cheyenne. It's going to be country night. And then on Saturday, it's Los Cardenales de Nuevo León, Los Viejones de Linares, Mía 22. That's going to be a great show right there Saturday night, para que se pongan, ya saben. And then on Sunday, it's School of Rock, Whiskey D, and AC/DC tribute band Thunderstruck. I think we have, man, I don't think we have it. I thought I had put a video of the AC/DC guys, but I'll put it on my social media and we'll put it next week, next Wednesday. But they look just like AC/DC.
Really?
Yeah, and they bring out the cannons and the bell and everything. It's really fantastic. And that Sunday will be absolutely free. But if you want tickets for the other 2 nights, you can go to eventbrite.com/e/hog-waddle. Okay? Saturday, March 1st, Victoria, Texas Livestock Show, the Beer Garden, Victoria Community Center. We hit the stage at 8:45, Whiskey D. And then right after us, Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. And I will be sitting in with Mike and singing a few Mas songs. He wants me to sing Cadenas and No Te Olvidaré, so I'm going to try my best. I think I want to, if I could do the national anthem, I think I could do those, right? And then Thursday, March 6th, we're going to kick off the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show at about 7 p.m. Lucky Joe will be performing with us there with our new song that I did with Bobby Pulido and Lucky Joe, Third Rate Romance. So that's going to be the first time we ever do it together. We'll, of course, have our camera guy there to record it and everything as well. RGVLS.com is the place to get it. And then on Monday, March 10th, we'll be there at the Stock Show again, opening up for a Guns N' Roses tribute band, Guns for Roses, okay? And then March 15th, we go to Eagle Pass, Texas, Roadie's Playland on Indio Highway with the Crazy Pimps. And we'll have plenty of special guests there. My band will be there as well performing. And then we're currently in negotiations. I hope the contract negotiations don't fall apart with Bronco 956, right?
Do a contract signing, right?
Yeah, we got to do a contract signing like they do in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. So that's what we got so far, ladies and gentlemen. And we want to thank Ricky for joining us here tonight, man. I appreciate you coming over, Ricky.
No, anytime, brother. And like I said, thanks for having us over. Me and Ricky, and pues aquí estamos. We're trying all our best to keep it up with the music, the Conjunto Tejano. And before anything, man, thanks to all our fans and our great friends that, would go check us out at Club Rio and
I remember those days.
Gaslight and todo eso.
Yeah.
We conocimos mucha gente bonita, and we're still kicking it, trying to continue with the music. Aquí estamos, bro. So hopefully, just ask everybody to, hit us up on our digital platforms, Guzman Entertainment on Facebook, and just keep on the lookout for new music, bro.
Pura buena gente aquí, ladies and gentlemen. La familia Guzman. Thank you so much, man. And make sure to follow them on social media and play their songs. Put them on the playlist, and every time you turn the pit on or you're hanging out, driving around, listen to some great music. Their latest Tropecé, okay? Everybody wave. Latest.
Bye.
Por tu culpa